Samsung is finally saving Samsung DeX. Let's go. Samsung DeX is about to get a major overhaul when they launch One UI 8 on the Galaxy S23 Ultra. It's going to be like going from Windows 10 to Windows 11. It's got that much of a visual upgrade. There's been plenty of rumors about One UI 8 and Samsung DeX floating around in the last couple of weeks. Well, I can just show you myself. One UI 8 is not going to be as transformative as far as visual aesthetics go in the same way that One UI 7 was. But it doesn't mean everything's going to be the same. There's a new visual layout, both for gallery and also for my files, where there's some new iconography and it's just the way it's sort of laid out in to do with the menus and the settings. It's a little bit different. Also, speaking of settings, there's this new predictive back gesture that Samsung have added, where if you actually stop the back gesture swipe, it'll sort of stop and halt the back swipe as well. And there's a little animation that goes with that. It's a small touch, and I do think this is kind of going to be littered throughout the software as well. And it's been nice so far. But we're here for DeX. That is the main event with One UI 8 that I want to talk about. When you launch it, there's a new, launch screen that tells you boost your productivity with DeX. And it's true, you almost always feel more productive in the DeX environment than you do on just the phone screen itself. When we look at DeX on One UI 7 and compare it to DeX on One UI 8, you see a bit more of like a fluid, rounded, sort of less sharp nature on One UI 8's version of DeX compared to the really boxy feel that you get on One UI 7. The taskbars could have been redesigned and imagined a bit differently. It's not drastically different. Samsung have just got more purpose about where things are placed. For example, the left-hand side, you've got the recents, the back, and the home buttons, which have been there before, but they've moved away the app drawer and the search icon and grouped it with the apps that will be docked in the middle. Kind of makes sense. All app-centric stuff sits in the middle, interactions on that side, notifications and quick panel over on the right-hand side. And that quick panel has undergone a bit of a change as well. It now actually looks and it brings in the design of, One UI 7 to the quick panel on DeX in One UI 8. Whereas if we look at One UI 7's DeX, that's very much the old One UI quick panel design. And I like that Samsung have updated it here on One UI 8. There's also the new battery icon here with Samsung DeX in One UI 8 too. For some reason, that didn't translate over with One UI 7, but it has here on One UI 8. The notification area is very similar, although the calendar area doesn't work yet. It's buggy, so it's not actually showing the calendar. It just shows a blank space, but that is where the calendar would normally be showing. I mentioned the app drawer. The app drawer has had a bit of a change, almost, you could say, a regression back to how it almost used to be. Rather than the app drawer taking over and dominating the whole display like it does on One UI 7 and the last few versions of DeX, with One UI 8 and Samsung DeX, the app drawer will just be almost like a folder of all the apps that you can vertically scroll through. And you've got the alphabet scroll wheel on the right-hand side to go with that too. I like this change because it doesn't dominate your screen and take over what it is you're doing. You can just gently launch it and then launch an app which will go into a windowed format as well, because that's the beauty of DeX. It acts like a desktop. Reminds me very much of Windows, where the start menu is center placed, and when you launch it, it doesn't, again, dominate the screen. You get that sort of soft window with all the apps there. Nice touch. Not the only time I'm going to be saying nice touch too. There's a couple other things which are really nifty. I was going to say nice and nifty. I got there in the end. The keyboard shortcuts were working, but they weren't working in its entirety. I couldn't get the windows to snap left and right. For some reason, it just wasn't working. But Samsung have built some new ways to do this with software. When you've got an app open, in the top left corner of that app, there's the icon of it and a down arrow. When you click on that, you've got three options there: snap right, snap left, and you can put that either side of the screen using that. There's another one in here called Send to Other Display. This is quite nifty and a nice touch, if I say so myself. If you have an app open on your DeX screen and you hit Send to Other Display, it'll shoot it off to your phone screen. Then you can continue to interact with it on your phone screen. Initially, I was curious about how you can send it back the other way, and I figured it out. If you have a pop-up window on the phone screen, there's a three-dot menu you can press to give you more options. And then there's an option to send it back to the DeX screen. So you can send things back and forth between the two screens. If you wanted to like, maybe respond to messages, send it to the DeX screen and you can launch it on DeX and respond. Or if you've got your gallery open on your phone, send it to DeX and it'll open it on there too. It's quite a nice little way of interacting back and forth between phone screen and DeX, further than just the mouse dragging itself back and forth between the two screens. Love that a lot. Let's dive now into the Samsung DeX settings because this usually gives us a lot. However, with One UI 8 and this DeX, there's not a lot here. Samsung have scaled back the settings options drastically. And rather than being all housed, I guess, grouped together in a Samsung DeX settings menu that you see on One UI 7, where it kind of groups keyboard and mouse and trackpad stuff all together, it's now kind of separated it a little bit. And at the moment, this is just for the time being, potentially, I imagine, there is no Samsung DeX settings menu when you are inside Samsung DeX. You have extend and mirror, where you can just toggle between extending the display out for DeX or mirroring the phone screen. Mirroring the phone screen is as advertised. It just literally mirrors your phone screen on the monitor and the display that you've got. In my case, the Espresso 15 Pro, which is a 4K display and looks amazing. And you can see that mirroring just working in real time. Obviously, you want to go back to extend though, because that's the whole purpose of this. You have wallpaper options. Outside of the usual sort of display resolution stuff, there's another one here called display rotation. Now, I can't quite remember exactly when, but Samsung did bring portrait orientation into Samsung DeX at some point. But I haven't really been able to get it to work properly, and there was really no toggles. Now, there's a direct menu item where you have 4 different rotation angles to choose from. You got 0, 90, 270, and 180. I don't know why I said 270 first. Doesn't matter. Whole purpose is you can shift this into a portrait DeX orientation. Now, why would you want to do this? Well, there's a couple of reasons. First is, I guess, for entertainment purposes. You can have vertical scrolling content look quite nice on the display that you're casting DeX to. But then I also thought maybe for word processing or sort of Word documents, having that full screen in that portrait orientation can actually be quite beneficial if you're sort of working on a document like that. So it just gives you that flexibility, especially if you've got a monitor or a display that can sort of rotate. I like this option. The home screen has changed substantially. The grid is now sort of more tightly controlled. You used to be able to sort of put apps sort of very much on the peripheral of the screen and it very much mirrored what was on a desktop computer. Now, though, there are some sort of grids that you can load apps into. And if you go outside of that, it pushes it back into the center. It's very center focused. It's almost like we're getting tablet mode and DeX mode combined together here. Not sure I like that level of control. I prefer having more freeformity about it. But again, this isn't final, so I'll have to wait and see what that looks like. Samsung, I guess, are leaning into the desktop side of things a little bit more here. When you click on the recent apps in One UI 8 with DeX, it just shows you the recent desktop apps. So anything that's been launched inside DeX, it'll only show that. On One UI 7 and the previous versions of DeX, if you launch the recents key inside DeX, it'll show you everything that's open on the phone and you can launch it in. I hope there's going to be a way where you can see the mobile apps open on the DeX screen, but for now, I just could not figure out how to get it to work. There was no swipes or interactions that would actually get it to change. It was just showing the desktop apps. It's fine. They have built that mechanic in to send to the different displays, but for the time being, that's what there is. I then wanted to check out wireless DeX because it is my favorite way to utilize Samsung DeX, hands down. I did notice the connection screen has changed. It used to be quite visually aesthetic. There was, I guess, an animation or a showcase of the DeX environment working and how to connect cable or wirelessly. That's all gone. It's now literally so bland, just lists off the displays that you can connect to wirelessly and then you select it and off you go. It's a pretty big shift in design philosophy when you consider where they've come from with DeX to just go to just basically nothing. That could just be a bug of One UI 8 or that hasn't quite been built out yet because this is definitely not a version that's ready for public consumption, but at least we get a bit of an early look at DeX. Wireless DeX, when it's cast, looks exactly the same and operates very much the same as what it does in connected DeX. So there's no change there. You haven't got any sort of new rules or new interactions. Still works as it does when it's connected via cable. As I said, it's not final. This is very much an early build of DeX in One UI 8. And that's evident by the fact that things like the calendar don't work. And there's some other little minor bugs here and there, like to do with the keyboard shortcuts, where it hasn't quite all been ironed out and smoothened out ready for public consumption. It's fine though, because I can see the direction Samsung are heading in here. It hasn't given me everything that my wish list asked for in my please save Samsung DeX video from a couple months ago, but at least Samsung are changing DeX. It's not just going to go by the wayside and disappear. There is some improvement and some emphasis being shown to it. It also could just be they're adopting some of potentially what Google are doing with their desktop mode with Android 16 as well, that Samsung are kind of piggybacking on that, and they're maybe even waiting for that to integrate some of it into the DeX platform, which is fine. Whenever this sort of happens and brands sort of push each other, everyone wins, and that's what's great. Let me know what you liked about this new DeX, whether you preferred the old way, which was a bit more sort of block and sort of square, and I wouldn't say cold, but it definitely wasn't as, I guess, fluid and rounded as what this one is, or whether you do like this new way and some of the new interactions that we get. Let me know in the comments below. Whilst you're down there, you can subscribe. You can also join Tech with Benefits as a member. You can get early access to these videos as well. So either one, I'm happy if you subscribe, but would love if you joined as a member as well. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one.